day. It's Thursday, 16th of December, and we're heading up to the pagan birthday of, what is it, Tammuz? Nimrod? Same thing, aren't they? But anyway, what I wanted to bring you today was the idea of blackout. Now, anyone who knows anything about pre-programming of different events to come to pass through media, knows that it's their way of getting out of what they see as karma by telling us what they're gonna do before they do it. So if we don't find out, they're not guilty because it was up to us. They put the information out there before they were going to do something. So anyone who knows about pre-programming knows that blackouts are covered in pre-programming in various movies and TV shows, and also they do it through the news. And lately, what they've been telling us is we're going to be hacked at some point by cyber hackers, and it could have serious effects. They've been peppering our news items over the last week with a couple of items that I've just had a look. One that I remembered from a week ago I thought was quite interesting was that they said that Queensland's power supply was almost shut off because of hackers. Now apparently 80,000 South Australian government workers have had all their personal files hacked. What got me thinking to make this video was the link that I'm about to drop below, where the guy who does Marfoogle News, he is in Seattle, and he just received a message saying that there's a period coming up, I think, or it's current, where if you call 911, they won't be able to handle the calls because of a hack. The other hack he talks about, and think about this, this is in alignment with the Kronos hack. Kronos was the pay system that Nestle had when I worked for them, and anyone who knows about companies, well, that particular company, its signage, it all goes back to Switzerland and connections through the Vatican there. So it's no surprise to me that they have a pay system called Kronos, and I believe that Kronos is just another name for Satan, the imaginary Satan, I must say. Anyway, not to get into that, but he was saying that this is affecting a huge amount of sectors over there, but in particular the police. The police aren't going to get paid for, like, I think he said 2 to 3 weeks to a month, possibly, over the Christmas period. So we know that imagine if there was a blackout in that period there, which has been pre-programmed and seen in the show, like 911, which he goes into in this video. But I was gonna say, ouch, that hurt. I just touched the hair the wrong way and it felt like I just stabbed a needle in my face. Gosh, that's got me off track a bit now. So I was talking about Kronos, and yeah, I wonder if their system's affected over there, but I don't know if it's worldwide or just America centered at the moment. But gosh, I've got another connection. I should write notes, shouldn't I? It was there before I touched the hair on my face. Anyway, so they want to bring a blackout about through pre-programming, and from what I can tell, they're setting us up here for that as well. The fact that they said Queensland's power supply could be shut off due to hackers, it's probably going to be worldwide. Now, it seems to be that this will coincide with a reset of the economies, perhaps, from what's been told, unless there's another bigger blackout later. But this is what I was thinking of now. It's come to mind that Israel only went into a drill. What are they called? Some sort of it's like Event 201, where they do a pre-planning of what they're going to do in about a month or so afterwards. So Israel did that, and it was called, I believe, a MEGA cyber attack training drill or something like that, where I believe there was some connection to it affecting 10 countries, or 10 countries were taking part in it. Gosh, my memory's not the best, but it's interesting to note that these sorts of ideas are coming up through the news, through the, they tell us basically what's going to come to pass through that, as well as them doing preliminary games to deal with possible problems later that they create. Just like, what was that operation? Clay Decks, Jade Helm, I believe. Although those haven't really taken place, you can see, well, Clay Decks, I think that was Dark Winter, wasn't it? Maybe I'm wrong there. I'm getting them mixed up. But Dark Winter is also, obviously, Biden's been talking about, there's going to be a dark winter. I mean, Trump was before too. And it seems to me, following the weather channels over in America and everything, it's going to be a really, really cold winter. So I'd say to you to be prepared for a lack of power at some point. It's going to suck if it comes too early in the process. I imagine it would come early. You would want to knock out everyone's preps with meats and things. But so you want to be on the can level and getting lots of cans and candles and torches and batteries and all that. I'm at the point where I'm like, man, I bought too much stuff too early. I'm like, I don't care, I'll eat it if it's out of date, if I'm desperate anyway. But yeah, should be an interesting year, 2022, for lots of reasons. Seems like there's going to be some very catastrophic events. Judgment must come to the quartet of four anyway, who have wanted to divide the land and make peace. The quartet being, the UN, the Americans, NATO, and the Russians. Is it the Russians? Anyway, I'll have to look at that a bit closer, the quartet, but it basically covers the whole world, all the Gentile nations who've made an agreement with the Abraham Accords, you see. If you go back to the Economist cover with Trump sitting there and it says judgment, you know that this is, according to the word, the land will not be divided, and they when they say peace and safety, then sudden destruction will come. So anyway, be prepared for that sudden destruction. I constantly think, is this the moment when I lose reception on my phone that all of a sudden I'm not going to be able to communicate? Think about that. All of a sudden you just cut off. I'm completely alone anyway. So, I mean, I'd have my neighbours, the elderly neighbours, to talk to, but imagine this is where I get a lot of my sanity, talking to people who understand what the truth is out there and going, getting encouragement from that. Anyway, I'm at 10 minutes now, and it'll take a while to upload anyway. So get ready for a dark summer, perhaps. Here, anyway, and dark winter over there. Cheers.